Mexico's Attorney General's office says there is insufficient evidence against Governor Ruben Rocha Moya. Despite the serious accusations from the United States for drug trafficking and criminal conspiracy, the Mexican justice system says that the current evidence is not enough to order his arrest. In this video, we explain what the Attorney General's office reported and how the investigation is progressing. Mexico's Attorney General's office reported that the investigation against Ruben Rocha Moya and 9 other people, including Senator Enrique Insunza and the mayor of Culiacan, Juan de Dios Gamez, remains open. However, the case has not progressed enough yet for arrest warrants to be issued. According to Attorney General Ernestina Godoy and David Bandela Garza, head of the Specialized Regional Control Prosecutor's Office, the evidence gathered so far is not sufficient to proceed criminally against those named. In other words, the authorities acknowledge that they do not have the necessary elements to request their arrest. Thus, given this scenario, the Mexican government stated that any arrest will depend on the U.S. Department of Justice providing more evidence to strengthen the investigation. To understand the context, it's important to remember that this investigation began 3 months ago, in April 2026, when Donald Trump's government submitted a provisional arrest request for extradition purposes. According to New York prosecutors, those involved allegedly committed crimes such as organized crime, bribery, and conspiracy to import drugs in collaboration with the Sinaloa criminal group. Since then, the prosecutor's office has assured that the case is being thoroughly investigated and has appointed a specialized public prosecutor and prosecutors with experience in complex matters. Among the actions carried out so far are prosecutorial interviews with the 10 officials mentioned. In addition, the authorities have received reports and statements and continue to gather data with the aim of confirming or dismissing the accusations. However, there is one aspect that has drawn particular attention, and that is that Ernestina Godoy clarified that the investigation is limited only to the crimes included in the original request submitted by Washington. This means that the prosecutor's office is not reviewing bank accounts or conducting financial audits on Rocha Moya or the other individuals involved, nor is it investigating their assets, tracking relatives' property, or looking into possible related crimes such as money laundering. In that sense, the investigation is focused exclusively on the facts cited by U.S. authorities, leaving out any analysis of possible financial resources or economic support networks that could be linked to the case. The prosecutor's office statements have already sparked various reactions. For example, political analyst Jose Antonio Crespo argued that the real reason for continuing to protect the former governor is not the lack of evidence, since he claimed that evidence has been surfacing everywhere since 2021. He thinks the reason is different, since if Rocha goes down, they all go down. Meanwhile, in the midst of the controversy and after almost 2 months out of the public eye, the governor on leave reappeared on social media. Through a message posted on X, he denied the accusations against him and said he is still in Culiacan, Sinaloa. What do you think? Do you really think there isn't enough evidence against the governor of Sinaloa, Ruben Rocha Moya? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.